Hello, everybody. This is Dr. Conte. We're about to go live. Great to see you again this Thursday. Share, as you know, I always ask you to do. Oh. See, I'm not the only one. Oh, I just did something to this. Hopefully I didn't break it.
Oh.
Hello, everybody. Share. We are going live right now. If I can get this little thing, do this for me, please.
Just pull it. The side.
Okay. I can't hear anything, Heaven.
Oh, you got the copies.
Yeah. Good morning. Not yet. Good morning. How are you? This is Dr. Conte. Welcome to the Dr. Conte Show. It is Thursday, and you're listening to Amazing 102.5 FM, the Dr. Conte Show. A Better You. How's everybody doing out there this Thursday? And, of course, I have with me my co-host, Dr. Shana. And how you doing, Dr. Shana?
Good morning. I'm doing fabulous this morning, Dr. Conte.
Good to see you. And, oh, y'all, my sidekick is back. She been asleep. The beautiful Iman.
I'm back, everyone. Good morning, everybody.
Yes.
I missed everyone.
Oh, we missed you too. Glad to have you back. All right, so, we have a good show in store for you. We are talking about speaking your truth. And whatever that is, I want to know what your truth is out there today. So if those who don't know me, I am Dr. Conte, and you're listening to Real Talk, Real Help, Real Growth, where we try to make sure we give it to you straight and help you grow in every area that we can. And so I'm enjoying this. If for those who are just listening in for the first time, I'm sure hopefully most of you guys listening have followed me every Thursday. And if you haven't, set your dials to do so. I am an international speaker, a published author, and also a counselor, master empowerment coach, and just love helping people to be their best self. So, Dr. Shana, how have you been this last few days?
It has been an amazing week, Dr. Conte. I actually just on Tuesday night had my very first class, my master class.
Yes, that's right. We talked about that last week. That was
good.
Yay.
So good. Super excited. Helping folks get their year started off right.
That is awesome. And how about you? Got back in the swing of things, Iman?
Yes, actually, I've been able to reach out to some people because I do like freelance media stuff. So a lot of people have been calling me to work in the new year. So I'm really excited.
That's good. That's good. Well, we are excited. Yes, we are excited. We got, a matter of fact, I am calling this show today Girl Power because we got, all of, Girl Power with all the great stuff that we're all doing ourselves. And the fact that I have a wonderful guest that I'm going to introduce a little later and the amazing things that she's doing. I just can't wait for this show and for all the girls. Now men, come on, listen too. We want you listening, but we're just going to do a little girl power today. Before we get into that, I have some exciting news myself. I spoke with a friend, and she said, her name is Shay. I'm going to give her some shout outs. She said, you're always giving great advice. You're always telling people to do this or do that. You should do a calendar. And on the calendar each month on the calendar, have someone to do some type of exercise that you're always teaching to help them to be a better person. I was like, okay, I'll think about it. So, of course, I chatted with my CEO, Mr. Emilian White of the amazing radio station. And he was like, yeah, but you should make it a book. I was like, oh, no, I don't have time to do that. I'm making no book. And he was like, yeah, you should make it a book. It doesn't have to be a long book. And in each month, people can, be their best self. And so I said, okay. So I wrote 12 Months to a Better You. And this past weekend, guys, it became an international bestseller.
Oh, right. Auntie, that is awesome.
Yes. So I am just, I still am still kind of, in amazement and enjoying the excitement of it. But what the book does is each month it's a challenge. And I challenge you each month to do something that's going to help you be your best self. At the beginning of the year, we all start with those resolutions. And I said, don't do another tired resolution. They don't even last till the end of the month most of the time. So I said, what we could do is try these skills. And so I actually am looking for 5 people that I can watch go through these skills, because I've been doing them for 20 years and they've been working in so many people's lives and changing lives. So I would like to have 5 people that are interested in and working with me, and we'll spotlight you on the radio and on my site and on TV shows, and so just to see how it's working for you. But the very first challenge this month is to dictate your life, meaning, it starts with how we speak. I'm constantly looking into people. I was talking to a lady the other day, and she said, well, I'm trash. And I said, no, you're not. You're not trash. But we are so accustomed to saying and thinking and believing what other people say about us. And so, the first challenge to changing your life and being better and having what's best for you and what God has for you is to start speaking it into existence. So the first challenge of the month is dictate the life you want. And so I'm asking in that challenge that every day of the month you write down, and each month is something different. You need to get the book. You can get the book at www.drcontespeaks.com. You can go to Amazon. It's on Kindle right now. Paperbacks will be out, I think, the 20th of this month. But for the first month, and you can start this without the book, or go ahead and download the book from on any type of electronic device. But you write down your spoken word, as we say, truth to yourself. Something that you're affirming yourself of. So today, and each day I do one different, and I put it on Facebook. So today I said that I am going to be known all over the world, Shana.
I like that.
Yes, I'm going to be a household name.
I like it, Dr.
For
Conte.
helping those with domestic violence, toxic relationships, and known for helping you be your best self. So that was my dictate my life today.
That's a good one.
Yeah. How about you? Let's go ahead. Let me let you try it, Dr. Shannon. Dictate your life today.
What do I want to dictate this morning on Thursday morning? Well, I am also, like Dr. Conte, I'm a speaker. I'm a licensed professional counselor. I do a lot of things for people in the community. And,
yes, she does.
And I love it. And this year, 2018, I am speaking into existence that I am going to serve over 5,000 women.
I love it.
This year alone.
I love it.
This year alone, whether it's through my nonprofit Her Voice, or whether it's through my counseling practice, or whether it's through my motivational speaking opportunities or trainings, I'm going to assist over 5,000 women this year.
I love it. I love it. You can do it. Yay.
Yes,
all right. How about you, Iman? Why don't you try it? Give me some. Dictate your life.
So this year in 2018, I'm speaking into existence that all of the work that I've been doing in media will finally pay off. Will finally pay off in like public relations and in like visual media too, because I work on a lot of things like that. So I'm speaking into existence that all of that will come into fruition, everything that I've been working on.
All right, all right. See how wonderful that is. It just makes you feel good just to even state it, you know. And when you put something out in the atmosphere, then you start wanting to have it. You start believing it. You want to work towards it. You know, you have people that may say, "Look, I heard you say you want to do this, you want to do that." You who knows who may be out there that can help you do that.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
So great. So okay, you guys listening, I want you, whether you're listening on social media or live or in your car, I want you to start today speaking those things into existence. All right, so also today I'm excited again, more girl power. We have a great guest and I can't wait to talk about her. Judge Maria Jackson is going to be with us, and so she is doing some wonderful things, and so we're going to talk about that today. And last week we talked about what would your response be if your husband, spouse, significant other came home and told you that they were having a baby by somebody else.
What would the response be?
And we got so many comments and so many inboxes and calls.
About that.
Yes, and I had one lady said that, you know, of course that happened to her, and the person actually was a friend of theirs. And she didn't find out till the child was 17. And all of this time they've been friends, and she never indicated that her husband could have been possibly the child's father.
Wow.
So that's a truth.
Oh, that's a truth.
That's
to
a
tell.
truth. And so even though we did that last week and we didn't get a chance to go over all of the questions in the comments. So if that's your truth, feel free to call in today and let's talk about it. So we're going to talk about not being afraid and ashamed to speak your truth. You know, Oprah had that wonderful statement and that wonderful speech this week.
Yes.
About speaking her truth.
And couldn't go on any other news
Yes.
station without seeing a clip or anything like that.
Yes.
Yeah. It was pretty great too. And they had some I guess, like news analysts kind of comment on her speech, because a lot of people really got the Oprah 2020 thing from her speech. But what she was trying to say was that she wants to encourage people who feel like they are invisible to become visible, to become the people, that you see. And I thought it was a really amazing speech.
It was. And we'll talk a little bit more about her and everything and all that a little later. But yes, so phone lines are open. We want you to give us a call. If this is, if this is something that you want to talk about, that's your truth, give us a call at 832-685-1025, 832-685-1025, and get ready for some real talk, some real help, and some real growth, guys. We're about to have some amazing discussions with you. But, of course, before we get to all of that, we have to get to the good, better, and the best, the Dr. Conte's cup of tea, and what's happening in the world today. Miss Iman?
So the good is there are going to be 4 schools opening back up in HISD with brand new campuses post Harvey's destruction. And a lot of students in HISD lost a lot at home, and they also lost where they were educated. So HISD came through for these 4 schools, Sharpstown, Scarborough, North Forest, and Robinson Elementary. And they've all either been rebuilt or renovated with state-of-the-art learning spaces.
Wow.
I know Sharpstown is on the southwest side of Houston, and if you are a resident of the southwest area, you'll see that this campus has completely transformed. My siblings went to Sharpstown, so when I got a chance to drive by and see it, I was like, they would be amazed if they saw the campus now before what it was. And a lot of good things did come after Harvey. Like a lot of parts of Houston got a chance to be rebuilt, so. That's good.
That is good. That is good news.
Yeah.
All right. What's better than that?
So the better. For the first time in history, a luxury brand store, Gucci, has opened in Harlem. Rather than doing it alone, Gucci has partnered with fashion icon Dapper Dan. And Dapper Dan will create garments specific to each customer's measurements. And why this is so amazing is because last summer, 2017, Gucci released a jacket that was the exact jacket that Dapper Dan had made for an Olympic athlete 30 years ago. Her name was... what was her name? Diane Dixon. And he had made the jacket for her. Then Gucci came out with it last summer, and everybody was like going crazy. They're like, "You stole the jacket design." Except it was a Louis Vuitton jacket that he made for her. But Gucci had put the double G that was linked together. So, and Dapper Dan is like a fashion icon. If you remember from the 90s, every major hip hop artist, even just fashion icons, wore something that was made by him. And he is back after so many years, and he's actually being endorsed by Gucci. So
that's an amazing
pretty
awesome.
thing.
Yes,
And to have it in Harlem is amazing for the black community there as well.
Definitely.
So it's pretty. I thought that was pretty amazing.
I think so.
Yeah. So y'all can go to Harlem if you can afford it. Go get something because it will be limited edition.
If you can afford it, get Dr. Conte one too. I take gifts. Matter of fact, my birthday's coming up the 19th. So 19th is my birthday, so I'm accepting gifts already.
You can send it to the station.
That's right. Send it to the station.
And the best, we just speak about Oprah's speech, but the Golden Globe Awards did take the viewers by storm once images and videos from the star-studded red carpet surfaced. There were a lot of firsts for African Americans at this Golden Globes. Actor Sterling K. Brown from This Is Us was the first African American to win Best Actor in a TV drama series.
So
that was amazing. Great. And I don't know if anyone knows about This Is Us. It's a popular show. It's really good. And Oprah also was the first African American to receive the Cecil B. DeMille Award.
Yes.
And also, in light of the women that were sexually assaulted in Hollywood, all the women were all black to the awards, or men too. Just people who supported the movement. They all were all black. So this is a pretty amazing Golden Globes. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it was. I think that was awesome. And that's why I say it's girl power, because our guest is also the first African American and female to be doing what she is doing. Yeah. And so we'll tell you guys all about that when we come back. And so when we come back, we're going to also talk a little bit about that wonderful speech Oprah did and some tips about you speaking your truth. All right, you're listening to the Dr. Conte Show, and we'll be right back on Amazing 102.5 FM. Hi, everybody on Amazing 102.5. We are talking about speaking your truth, whatever that is. I don't know what that is. But the thing about it is you get power in speaking your truth. I always say shame, S-H-A-M-E. Shame, S-H-A-M-E, is stop the humiliation against me. So stop the humiliation against yourself by putting it out there, letting people know you're not ashamed of it anymore. You've healed from it, whatever that thing is. That you're better than that, and that you want to help somebody else heal, because God takes us through where He wants to take us to. So please call us at 832-685-1025. And share your truth. Hello, everybody. Thanks for watching. I'm going to add some more people. Good morning, Carolyn. Hi, Oprah. Please say that you're watching. Hi, Troy. Hi, Paula. Hi, James. Hi, Tanya. Hi, Bianca. God bless you guys. Please share and please let me know that you are watching. Call in 832-685-1025. Tell us your truth. What you got, some power that you can get your power back. Let me know that you're watching. Say hello. We're talking about sharing your truth, helping somebody else with their power. Shame is stop the humiliation against me, is what I say it is. SHAME. So make sure that you get out in front of that thing and help somebody else. When you grow, you help others to grow. And God takes you through, again, like I said earlier, where He wants to take you to. So, and where He wants to bless to. So, hi, Deborah. Good to see you. And so we got someone that, I said today's Women Power Show because we got some powerful women in the room. We've got Dr. Shana with us. We've got the wonderful judge over there with us. And so she's got, oh my gosh, she's doing some amazing things. And for those who did not hear, my book went international this past weekend. So, and that international bestseller. So, girl power today. And my content assistant over there is doing what she does. I guess posting us on media or something. 12 months to a best you.
If you're interested in
A better you, 12 months to a better you.
But stay tuned.
A better you is the 12 months to a better you. I don't know. Look it up. I don't even know my own book cover name. I got too much going on in my head.
Somehow this resonates with you. Give us a comment. Give me a comment here.
All right, guys. Call us, talk to us, share the video, please. I'm going to also add some people on. You guys do the same thing, and then we are going to be. I just did something different. I just brought somebody on camera. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to do that, Pearl. I wasn't trying to bring you on camera. I'm trying to just add some people. I'm trying to invite some people. and I did not. Are we on? Okay, guys, we're going back on. I'm sorry. I'll talk to you in just a minute.
Ready?
Welcome back. You're listening to Dr. Conte on Amazing 102.5, and we are talking about speaking your truth. So, all right, listen, a lot of times people don't want to speak their truth, and I just think that, lately we had so much going on with all the women coming out and speaking their truth about being molested and raped and sexually abused. And of course, Dr. Shannon, you and I being in this business, we hear that quite a lot. We hear it on a regular basis in our practices. But and one of the questions that I had asked to me many times by different people is, why are they waiting now to come out? Why are they just now telling their truth? And many people say, well, I don't know if I believe it because they didn't say it before now.
Right, because it's 20 years later.
It's 20 years later. They should have said something, later. They're just jumping on the bandwagon because everybody's jumping on the bandwagon. But one thing about sharing your truth is it takes a lot of guts. And I have people that are in counseling sessions now that are dealing with things that happened 20, 30 years ago, and they still have not voiced it to anybody because of the shame and because of the hurt and because of them feeling like they're going to be victimized and even more. And so when someone comes out and they have the courage to say, this happened to me, and like Oprah said, and me too, and hopefully we'll get to the point where in life we don't have to hear another me too. But when we do, it does help somebody say, I can do it. I can speak my truth. I cannot be ashamed
Absolutely.
that this happened to me. I'm not the only one this happened to.
Right.
You know, and that's why I love support groups. I tell people, you know, we as a people, we don't get the help. And we don't come to counseling. So I say at least go to a support group.
Go somewhere.
You know, do
Right.
something. Because, you know, when you do, you hear that you're not the only one
And that's the key.
that's going through something.
That is key. So many times, Dr. Conte, you hit on it. We believe that it's just us, and if I would ever say something out loud, then that makes me somehow different
Right.
from everyone else, and I'll be judged
Right.
because of that. And for that reason, and the shame, and shame means there's something wrong with me, and you feel like you're flawed somehow. And so if I share that, then people won't like me, or
Right.
they're going to think of me differently. And so instead of sharing your truth, you hold on to that, and there is so much pain. Even though it doesn't come out, it is
Yes.
ripping you up on the inside.
Yes, and there's so much power
Oh.
when you do
Oh, yes.
speak that thing out and you say, you know, this is what I am, this is what I was, this is who I was, this is what I did. I remember when I first wrote my book, Deliverance to a Fresh Spirit, and, you know, it took me 6 years to write that because I just wanted to talk about the abuse. And God said, well, what about all the other stuff I delivered you from?
You want to mention
You know, I
that?
said, well, I don't want to talk about that. And he said, okay, well, then you can't show my face and hide yours. So I had to put it all out there.
That's good.
And so, you know, now when somebody says, oh, did you hear she was...
Yeah.
Did you know she used to...
Yeah.
You know, all that stuff. Oh, yeah, I read that about her 6 years ago.
Yeah.
Or she talks about that. Have you ever heard her
Absolutely.
speak in
Yeah,
person?
absolutely.
You know, have you ever been to one of her speaking engagements? She talks about that openly. So that's the thing. You know, we all have a truth. Your truth is yours and mine is mine. Somebody else's is somebody else's. But guess what? It's the truth, whether you believe it or whether you accept it or not. It doesn't change
Absolutely.
the truth.
The truth is the truth.
And it doesn't make you any worse or better by holding it in, but it makes you any worse by holding it in, but it makes you better when you share it.
When you get it out.
Yeah.
And you just said the truth is so powerful because you take your power back. So the thing that you don't want people to know about you, once you've told it to them, they can't hold it over you
That's
anymore.
right.
It's
That's
not
right.
a secret.
It's not a secret. It's no news.
Right.
Oh, that's no news.
Right.
so,
Right.
so then they go on to somebody else's news.
Right. And then you get to glorify God and say, well, look where
Look
you
what
brought
God,
me
yes,
from.
Look what God brought me from.
Absolutely.
And as a result of it, look how many other people
Absolutely.
I'm able to bless
Yes.
because they once too fought this demon, or they once
Yes.
too was ashamed of this same thing.
Yes.
You know?
Indeed.
So really quick, so let's talk about, like I said, we said Oprah won that award and that was so awesome. Her quote was, I want to know for sure is that speaking your truth is the most powerful tool
Yes.
we'll ever have. And I'm especially proud and inspired by all the women who have felt strong enough. And that's the key. You have to feel strong enough. And that's why it took so long
To say something.
because they didn't have that strength. And when other people speak it out, it helps to give you that strength. And so she said that are strong enough and empowered enough to speak up and share their personal stories.
Indeed.
What an awesome speech. What an awesome statement. And that's what we want to be able to help you do today. If you've got something you want to share
Yes.
that you've been through,
Today's
that
the
you've
day.
grown through, speak your truth. Give us a call at 832-685-1025. Now you can, a lot of times people want to go tell their truths to the wrong people.
Oh, be selective.
Yeah, they want to go tell their truth to somebody that's going to put them down, going to shame them,
Absolutely.
going to say, "Girl, don't you tell nobody that." You know what I'm saying? And then it rips your power away. Once you finally get enough power and strength to tell your truth, if you go out and you try to test it on somebody, you test it on the wrong person. So what are some of the truths? Let's talk about some of the types of truths that we don't speak about that we should speak about. And of course, we know, for one, it's domestic violence because we both are huge domestic violence advocates and both have domestic violence organizations. And of course, Fresh Spirit has free counseling right now. We received a new grant this year, and so if you are dealing with domestic violence, not only speak it out. Tell everybody, don't hold it in, but then get the help. So you guys can call our office at 713-588-4418, 588-4418 to get the help. But that's one of the things that people don't talk about.
Right.
Domestic
The violence
violence,
is a big one.
sexual abuse,
Yes, absolutely.
low self-esteem. They pretend they have
that
high
I've got it
self-esteem.
going on.
Yes.
And I'm inside talking negative about myself.
Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
yes. The thing is, though, especially for that one, because I think that one is a big one that many people can resonate with. sometimes it's the negative message you got from someone else that you ended up replaying
Yes.
for yourself.
Yes.
But you put on this show. Again,
Yes.
it's a mask that we end up wearing. All of
mhm.
these, we have a mask on,
Right.
pretending to be someone that we're actually not, as opposed to saying, hey, this is who I am. Love me or leave me.
Love me or leave me. Take it or leave it.
That's it.
You know, and then I always say, you know, the old me and the new me. Because what you see is just, it ain't always been me. I call her, you know, my nickname was Connie. Everybody in
Oh,
school.
Connie.
Yeah, Connie. And everybody who knows me from, if I hear somebody say, hey, Connie, I know they know me from
From a long time
They know
ago.
me from
Way
childhood.
back.
Yeah, yeah. As a matter of fact, people know me as Connie so much that when I became, you know, a known name, a known person, they say, I think she changed her name.
Your name was really Conte in the
It was
beginning,
Conte
but
in the
they called you
beginning.
Connie.
So she done got up there now. She done
got
changed her
cute.
name. She know her name was Connie. But actually Connie came because my grandmother couldn't say Conte.
Oh, I see.
You know, and
Okay.
Conte was short, you know, the Contelicia, and it was a long name, so they just cut all that down to
That's a
Connie.
Conte.
But I tell people Connie was before the initials behind my name,
Come on now.
and before the ordination in front of my
Yes.
name, you know, and
Yes.
all that stuff. And
Yes.
so she I try to keep her where she is,
Uh-huh.
but I let people know that I'm not ashamed that that's what she was.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
Because she would cuss you out and that
You
crazy.
say do all that. You know, it's funny you say that because Tuesday night on my master class, I posted a picture in the class of I was in 6th grade and I looked a hot mess. Okay, but the picture, it was before and after, before Shayna and then after Dr. Shayna. And
Right,
before
right.
Shayna, the low self-esteem that I had.
Yes,
I didn't
yes.
like myself. I walked with my head down. I was
Right.
bullied in
Me
middle
too.
school. So what you see here is not who you see right
Exactly.
now. You see a different version of her. She's still part of who I am.
Yes.
But I've evolved and I've transformed
Yes.
since that time. So I think our objective in sharing those stories is not to, you know, feel, ooh, good for you, but it's to
Right.
know that you too
Yeah,
can overcome. And
you
that's how
too.
sharing your
Absolutely.
truth can free somebody else as well.
Absolutely. And people say, I can't believe you had low self-esteem. You modeled for a profession. But
Indeed.
yeah, but I still would go home feeling like, I just wasn't I don't know why they like me. I don't know why they're looking at me. I'm not pretty. I'm not this.
questioned
I'm,
all of that.
Yeah. So, also, what are some finances?
Yeah,
what are
because we act like we got a lot of money and we with credit cards swiping and ain't got nothing at
Look,
home.
and then stand up. And I'm sending, people behind you. And I was in the grocery store and the ladies just got all this stuff, and then had to put it back. Don't pretend you got something. Don't be swiping and be scared it's going. No.
Okay, and then holding your breath like, is it
going to go through? Is it going to go through?
Right, but that's still a front and
It's
a show.
front and a show.
It is. It is.
Just be yourself. Be who you are, and look at how God has made you and what He has called for you to do. Everybody has a purpose and a passion,
Right.
and there is something for you to do. And so we miss out on that when we try to fake it and shake it and
we
be something
pretend.
that we're not.
And even pretending that you're happy. And, and we can act as if we're happy and as if nothing is really wrong, but something is majorly wrong because you don't want people to think you got problems. Well, get in line. We all got to say it.
Yeah. And sometimes when we think we're covering up something, we're really not.
Yeah, look, 'cause you're really more transparent than you think. That's right.
I remember being in college once, and I took the same route on my way to, and I was in my my abusive relationship at the time, and so I took this particular same route to get to a class. And I never paid any attention. Obviously, I was in my own zone and in my own world. And so there was this guy. He was sitting on the floor outside of his class. And so he said to me, "You're so pretty. He said, why are you hurt? What's hurting you so bad?" He said, "Why do you look down? You look like you're hurting." And I looked at him like, "Who are you?
Yeah.
You don't know me. How you reading me like this?" And the funny thing about it, Shana, is I thought I was fooling everybody.
You thought you were
And
on a
then
good show.
this guy, he said, "I watch you walk past here every day." He said, I can tell that you, and I'm going, if this little stranger sitting
Can
on the,
see through me.
can see, I'm not fooling anybody.
I'm not fooling anybody. That's a good
You know?
point. They
So
just not, maybe people
they-
aren't saying
They're
anything.
not saying anything.
But they can see it. It's a
Yeah.
good point.
Good
It's a
point.
really good point. Really good point.
All right, what else?
We might even hide behind the truth of that we're having some mental health issues.
Yes.
Majorly depressed.
Yes.
Highly anxious.
Right. Bipolar,
yeah.
it's such a stigma.
Oh, yes.
And people think, oh, she's crazy, this and that,
Right, right.
And that's why so many of us don't want to get counseling.
Yes.
They're
We think
afraid.
it means we
Yeah, it
crazy.
means we crazy. You know, I don't need that much help. You know.
Absolutely. And the reality is, it doesn't mean you're crazy at all. It means you're human.
You're human.
And that's what it means. And
Yes.
all of us have a different set of things that we're dealing with,
Mhm.
but you're human, and it's really okay to say so. Because this one, to the acknowledgement, is what allows you to then get to help.
Okay, you're right. All right, well, we're going to take a quick break, and we'll try to talk a little bit more about speaking your truth, but I would love for you to call in and speak your truth. When we come back, we're going to be introducing to you the wonderful Judge Maria Jackson. And I cannot wait to tell you what she's doing. We'll be right back on Amazing 102.5. All right, great show, guys. Thank you. I'm a witness of being ashamed. Yes, you guys call in and tell us about it. Hi, Farrell. Thank you for all of those hearts and those thumbs up and that love. I thank you so much for that. Thank you guys for watching on Amazing 102.5. Please call in, share the video. We want views. This is great conversation, and it's going to help some people. All right, Judge, let me get you to switch over here.
Is the truth, right?
And get on this mic.
A mask or not. And like Conte just said, somebody really
Do you need
sees
this?
it. They just not telling you.
Yeah,
So
I need it.
yes, very soon, Farrell. Let's talk. Very, very, very soon.
Okay.
Very, very, very soon.
You want this?
I'm super excited. So we're going to be on this break for just a few
All right, let me know that you're
And then
watching.
we'll be
Say
back
hi to me. Say
with the rest of the
something.
show.
Let me
We're
know
getting
that
ready
you're
to bring
watching.
on
Sometimes
our
it
guest,
shows me that you're watching, but
Judge
sometimes
Maria
it
T.
doesn't. So
Jackson.
I would love to see that
running
you're
for the Texas Court of Criminal
supporting.
Appeals.
Yeah, so
Place
Judge
number one.
Jackson,
Let
let me tell you,
something about the first place,
she
honey. First
she
place
is the
means she's a
first
big
black,
boss.
yes, black African American
Yes,
and
the first
female to
African-American
run
female
for
to run
this
office.
office. So
Can't wait. This is going to be
This is good.
This is really good.
girl power.
Girl power. That's what today's all about, right? Yes. Today is Girl Power Day.
Yes.
Let's get it. Oprah started us off, and then we can finish it up today.
Who is that?
Indeed, indeed,
Hey,
indeed.
look, I want you guys to see this. This guy right here.
Uh-huh.
Who was that?
This is a man that I gave a second chance to.
Oh, wow. They came into your court.
Wow.
Yes. And
Gave him a
Wow,
second
she gave him a
chance, and
second
he's
chance.
doing
Look at what he's
big
doing.
yes,
See?
he's won Mr. USA
Are you
Championship.
serious?
Yeah, we need to talk
That
about that.
speaks
That's
volumes,
awesome. It
because you know
speaks
what that means.
volume.
Change is possible.
Yes.
And just because you made a mistake,
That's
that's
right.
your truth. Don't mean
She's
you
showing
gotta
us
live and stay
a
in
picture
there.
of a guy that she
Yes.
gave a second chance
So
to as a
there's
judge,
picture of a guy
and
that
he's
came to
now
report that she
what-
gave a second
Mr.
chance
USA
to
Mr. USA Championship. USA Championship bodybuilder.
because she gave him
Awesome.
a second chance.
She's done
That's
some wonderful things. Like I
really
said, she's running for
awesome.
an
We want
office.
her in the first place of the Texas
and we
Court
wanna
of
get her
Criminal
there,
Appeals.
yes.
We need to put her there. We need some folks who really have a heart for the people. And
Yes,
I
first
definitely
place
sense that
Texas
she
Court
has
of
that.
Criminal Appeal.
Absolutely.
What did I do with my little,
What you missing?
Her, I have her bio.
Oh, okay. I didn't see that. That's not. These are my papers.
Yeah. Okay, well, we don't just let her tell us, but I got it.
You said there was a bio
I got
somewhere.
it printed out.
Maybe it's behind there. Is that it? No? Okay.
Let's see here. Maybe it's
You
behind.
got another stack of papers over there.
Yep.
There it is.
Here we
See?
go.
Keep going. God gonna give it to you. Just wait
Although
on
she's still gonna have to tell because she got about 5. You Lord have mercy. This woman is powerful.
What
She
you
got
say?
about 5. This
Look,
is
look,
bio,
pick a page.
dossier, all
page,
kind of
come.
stuff going on over here.
You can't go wrong. Just pick one of them. All of them are good.
There you go.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yes,
Right here
awesome,
from Houston.
awesome.
You're from Houston? You are locally from here?
I wasn't born here. I've been
Okay.
here since 1974.
Oh, wow.
I was born in Fort Worth, Texas.
I know everything about her.
I know that's her niece. That's her
Yeah,
niece.
that's
Yes, yes,
Oh,
that's
Farrell
her
says
niece.
he'll have you on his show as well to
That
spread
would be
the
great,
word.
great. All right, good ladies, keep up the good work.
Indeed.
Thank you, Farrell.
Thank
Thank
be sure
you.
to give you her contact information.
Yes, we will. He has a great show. I've been on there.
Yes, that's great.
He came here.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
He
That
came
is
here.
really, really great.
About to come back.
Yep, we're about to come back.
All right, we're about to get on Instagram.
We're about to come back.
Headsets on.
Guys, I hope it doesn't go out. If it does, go to the amazing page. Let me see. Welcome back. You're listening to the Dr. Conte Show, and we are on Amazing 102.5 FM, and I am she, that person, her, Dr. Conte. So welcome to the show, and I'm so glad that you're watching and listening live and watching live. And so we are talking about speaking your truth, and we're also talking about some wonderful things that women are doing. And I said today's show is girl power because each one of us had some amazing things going on. And when we were watching Oprah, she was the very first Black female to receive the honor that she received. Mm-hmm. And so we have Judge Maria Jackson here with us, and she has been presiding judge in the 339th State District Court in Houston. And since she's been elected since 2008.
Oh, wow.
So she's been 10 years, good 10 years doing this thing. And I just, I'm so excited about her. She presided over 100 jury trials, and several of them have been seen on the first 48-hour show. Yes, television show. So she's doing some awesome things. I'm so excited. And she's been, of course, on all of the stations here in Houston. And she's just, we came across each other. She also is an author. Co-author, is that correct?
Yes, Women of Faith.
Women of Faith, and that's where we met.
Okay.
I was the keynote speaker for book signing for all the authors who were being published by publishing at the time, and now it's my publisher. And so we met and we saw each other there, and she also encouraged me because she had just got married, and I was like, okay, Lord, it's still not too late.
You say there's hope.
There's still hope, And when I started talking about, talking to her and listening to all the wonderful things that she was doing, I was just like, wow, that's amazing. And so now she is doing some other amazing things. Like I said, she's running for an office, and she when I like to speak again into existence, when she is elected, she will be the first female, the second female. No. Go ahead, talk to us. Come on, welcome. This is the judge. Come on in.
Thank you for all of those wonderful things. It is truly an honor to be here, and I have to say before I start talking about what I'm doing, is just listening to what you and Dr. Shana were talking about. I wanted to cry because I've been in all of those situations, including the domestic violence in my first marriage and low self-esteem. I always thought I was ugly. And I used to hold my head down, and I was bullied also. And so just to listen to where we've been and to use what God has given us and start believing God's word, what he says about us.
Oh, yes, indeed.
And not listen to those naysayers. And in the Bible, when Jesus talks about when he goes different places and they don't accept you, we're not supposed to carry that with us. We shake the dust off our feet and keep moving. And I choose to focus on what's positive and what's good, and to be around positive people and other believers.
That's right. Absolutely.
I have been on this bench, State District Court. I preside over serious felony offenses, all the way from less than a gram all the way to capital murder, death penalty cases. I love what I do. God placed me in this position. And I used to say when I was younger, after I graduated from law school, that I never wanted to practice criminal law.
Really?
I never wanted to practice criminal law.
Yeah.
And I said, God has a sense of humor. He made me a judge of criminal law.
Yes,
Right.
But as I go through the years, and my background is, I was a municipal court judge before that. In the late 80s and early 90s, I used to train youth offenders and gang members. And we were the first Youth for Education and Success, that my dad started. He was an at-risk youth, worked his way as a busboy, and put himself through TSU, became a fighter pilot in the Air Force.
Wow.
And got his master's.
We see where her tenacity comes from.
I know. He was born with it.
Yes.
And he got his master's and PhD from Vanderbilt University.
Awesome.
And in 1974, what brought us here from Nashville, because I'm a native Texan. I was born in Fort Worth. What brought us here was he taught at the University of Houston. And after 9 years, he decided to give back to the type of at-risk youth he was. And that's where I got my training. That's where I got to see that everybody does not need to go to prison.
That's right. That's right.
We have too many minorities that are locked up because of the mental health issues. And we know that they use drugs to self-medicate because as minorities, we don't go to the doctor.
That stigma.
Yes. And during my tenure on this bench, I have been able to give the ones who deserve a second chance a second chance.
That's awesome.
And I've also been able to put the bad guys away.
That's right. That's right. And while we were on break, she was telling us about a young man. She showed us this picture. Absolutely phenomenal. And she gave him a second chance. And he went on to be world champion, is that right? Of bodybuilding or something like that. What an awesome
That's
thing. Outstanding. And so, again, everybody has had something. And they, everybody don't need to just be locked up and throw the key away.
That's very true.
We made a mistake sometimes. Sometimes that person just made a mistake. And so it's a wonderful to have a judge who's compassionate, first of all, who has a relationship with God, and then who can look and see those who this person don't need to be here. They need a second chance.
Right.
So tell us about the office that you're running for, because we want to do everything we can to get you in there.
Okay. I am running for the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals, Place 1, the presiding judge. And no African American woman has ever run for this position. When the Democrat Party asked me to run, I said yes. And I also asked my colleague, Ramona Franklin.
And we know her. I know her. Ramona was one of my friends as well as church members.
Wow. Well, she's running for place 7. So prayerfully, if God says the same, we will be the 2 African Americans sitting on the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals. This is the last resort court.
Last resort court.
Yes.
Okay.
This is the same as the Texas Supreme Court of Texas.
Oh.
And the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals listens to all of the criminal cases. The Texas Supreme Court is the last resort court for civil cases and juvenile cases.
Okay.
And
you all are the last resort court for the criminal cases.
Well, don't you want this kind of judge as your
That's
last
right.
resort sitting on the bench? I'm thinking if I need to get there, I'm gonna need you to be on the bench.
Right.
Boss lady.
Exactly. And Ramona is a powerful one too. She has a great story. When she ran, and it was like no money, no campaign money, no anything, and just did it and won. So again, sometimes you don't see the full picture. You don't know how it's going to end, but just step and do it. Trust God, have faith, and step out there and do your thing. And you never know what He is going to do. So I encourage you guys and to use your women power to go out and do some amazing things. And don't let the shame of whatever happened to you in childhood, whatever happened to you when you were in high school, however you were, that whatever happened in college, to stop you from being something today.
Absolutely. And what it doesn't have to stop
it doesn't have to stop you. There's that old saying, sticks and stones may break my bones, but words should never hurt me. Now we know that's not true. And words do hurt. And a lot of times we hold on to those words for years and years, and we don't allow ourselves the ability to grow because we're believing what somebody else said. I remember in my senior year, there was a guy, and he said to me, I used to be very, very skinny. And everything kind of goes and comes. Sometimes at that time, being skinny wasn't in style.
It's in style now.
That time it wasn't in style. Then it came back to being in style. Then it was in style if you were skinny but had a big derriere.
Exactly.
So that's what with some conditions. So he said to me, "You're so skinny." He said, you as skinny as a rail. He said, even a dog wants some meat on the bone.
Oh, stop it.
Yes.
Ouch. That hurt.
Ouch. And that thing hurt me for 10 years. And for 10 years, I tried to eat myself silly.
See there, and that's what happens. We let somebody else's reality or what they think affect
Right.
how we see ourselves.
Right, and you know, of course, then I had to try to lose that weight. But then after I did that, I went to I'm getting somewhere with this story. I went to my 10th year class reunion. And by this time, I had got a little weight, you know, started developing a little this and a little that.
Yeah.
And I thought I was all that.
Yeah.
So I wanted to see him. I was hoping he came. I was just looking at the door, waiting for him to come in the door. And he came. And so sooner or later, he came over and talked to me. And I was already prepared to be ugly to him.
Yeah.
And so I said, why are you talking to me? You don't want to talk to me. Even a dog won't meat on the bone. And he looked at me and he's like, huh?
He didn't even remember saying it.
Girl, I swore you didn't say it.
Yeah, you did. What'd you say? Because I was there. I heard it.
He didn't
said
remember
it.
saying it. He says, I don't remember saying it. If
But
I
you
said
did.
that, he said, I liked you. He said, I really thought you would probably ignore me, so I was just hurting your feelings because you were ignoring me.
You know what?
Couldn't you have thought of a better
You
way
better
to
find
tell
some better
me
words.
that
We're
you
not going
like
for that
me?
today, Dr.
Yes,
Conte.
yes. So in other words, don't let somebody control your life.
No.
10 years, that thing stayed in my head.
No.
We're going to take a break and we're going to come back and we're going to talk to the wonderful Judge Maria Jackson. Awesome.
No, he
awesome.
didn't
Yes,
say.
sir. He said, I ain't say that.
Yeah, you did, but I
I was
like
like, yes, you did. He
See,
said, well,
I
I've
can't.
always liked you. I
Doc,
can't remember
I can't.
saying that. He
You
said, if I
better-
said that, that's probably because you weren't paying me no attention that day.
You know
Do
what?
you
And
remember where
that ain't-
boys liked you? They used to pull your hair.
No, see, that's the lie.
And they
Society
kick
done
you,
told
and they
me.
would kick.
That's the
No,
opening for
boys that
domestic
liked
violence.
you. Yeah, you're right.
That's an
The
opening.
domestic
That's a-
violence.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
the
That's why I
lie.
said we don't tell that lie. We
You
gonna
better
fix
tell
it.
me.
That's
You better
abuse.
tell me you
Use
like
your
me.
words.
Use
Use your words. That's right. And use the
Tell
right
me.
ones. Don't
Don't
tell
tell
me
me.
I'm skinny.
And don't
Tell
pull
me.
my hair.
That's right. Don't pull my
You
hair.
like me. My daughter is hey, that's it.
Okay, I wonder why 17-year-olds are considered adults. That should be changed. How do we go about getting that changed? Okay, this is a question for the judge.
Okay, family.
She says she wants to know why 17-year-olds are considered adults and how can they go about that being changed and I guess try for adults and all that stuff. So Judge Maria is going to
you want to
answer it?
okay, she can answer that for you.
And I think it's
I'm
amazing. If you have any
glad
questions
that
for
you
her,
asked that question.
And I hope I don't go out. My battery is going dead, but we are live also on the amazing Facebook page. But here she go.
I'm glad you
because
asked that question. That's the reason why I'm running, is because one, the Texas Court of Criminal Appeals helps make the laws, and during the gubernatorial years, we don't go vote. So when we stay at home, we're sending the ones who don't care about us. That's the reason why, because the legislators have made laws that have enacted that 17-year-olds are now considered adults. And just the same as less than a gram. Less than a gram, in my opinion, should not be sentenced as a felony.
how to speak it.
It should be sentenced as a misdemeanor. So that's why I am running during this gubernatorial year. This is the most important year that you should go out and vote. You need to take people out, because when we stay at home because we don't think it's important, we're sending people. Because as you see what's going on in the country, when we don't exercise our right to vote, others are going out and voting and making decisions for us. So remember, our people died for us to have the right to vote. So we need to go vote and put people in office that care about us.
Okay.
All right, take it down for me. So you go ahead. We have about 5 minutes when we go back on. I'm going to take the music down so we can go back on and get some more
When did
information.
they change it? Why did they change it from 18 to 17? Okay. I'll ask that question.
About voting?
Yes, I want you to. We'll do just a couple about this speaking your truth, then we'll go back and end it with you. All right, guys, we're about to go back on. Say hi, let me know you're watching. Thank you so much. Share the video. All right, thank you for watching and listening. If you're watching live, thank you. And if you're listening on Amazing 102.5 FM, thank you. This is Dr. Conte on Amazing 102.5. And we're talking about speaking your truth today. And today is Girl Power.
Yes, honey.
We're doing some powerful things. I talked about my book, 12 Months to a Better You, going international bestseller.
so
Yay.
wonderful, Dr.
And so
Conte.
Dr. Shana is doing some amazing things. And so we also are listening and talking to Judge Maria Jackson, who's running for an office where she would be the very first African American to stand in this position, and it's an amazing opportunity. And so we want to talk about really quick speaking your truth. So how do you speak your truth? We don't want you to allow domestic violence, being raped, being any kind of sexual assault, any kind of shame stop you from speaking your truth, because there's somebody out there that you can be a blessing to. And so we already know that it holds you back. So how do you do that? First of all, you acknowledge that it happened. A lot of times we try to act as if it never happened.
It didn't matter.
It don't matter. We minimize it, shoot it up under the rug. So, you again, like I said, the truth is the truth, whether you believe it or not, whether you accept it or not. So the first thing to getting a handle on that truth, and when you come into my office, and if you read Deliverance to the First Fresh Spirit, my first book, acknowledge is the very first chapter. You have to acknowledge that this thing has happened, but you can't allow it to stop you. So you own what's yours and you give away what's not. Own what's yours and you give away what's not. Don't accept everything that everybody says about you.
No.
Don't own all of that
Not
stuff.
at all. And if something really bad happened to you, it's not your fault.
That's right.
If you were abused, if you were victimized, if you were sexually assaulted, when you own it, that keeps you bound even longer
That's right.
than is even necessary, because it wasn't yours. So give that completely away. Own what's yours, which is now I can walk in my own power.
That's right.
And be released from that. You got to assert yourself, family. You got to stand up and say so. And the biggest part of that for me, Dr. Conte, is do not look for validation from
That's right.
anybody.
That's right.
Because here's the fact. It's already validated because it's your truth.
It's your truth.
And
That's
I don't
right.
need you to co-sign on it for me,
Right.
because it happened to me.
That's right. Or agree with it.
No, you don't.
Or tell me how it happened. I know how it happened.
Not at all. So that's majorly important.
Yes. And the other thing is, what's the benefit? We want to talk about, because there's benefits of speaking your truth. Like I said, we talked about it earlier today. You get a handle on it. You don't let the shame keep you. And also, you like I said, you free yourself and others. Give me a couple of other benefits, and we're going to let the judge take us out.
Yes, you're going to take us out. So you live an empowered life. It's a life that I feel free to speak and be who I am. I don't have to shrink for anybody for any reason when I'm sharing my truth. We said earlier, I don't have to hide anymore when you know my truth. You can't use it against me because I've already shared it with you. And you move from surviving to thriving.
Not just being here. Not just surviving, but now thriving and helping others to survive. So we're so glad. And so listen, every Thursday we're here, and I want you to tell your friends, because we always try to help you be your best self, and we have great information, and it's such a great show. I enjoy being here. So listen, we want you to help this powerful woman get into office. So go out and vote. Tell them what you want to tell them and how they can vote and what they need to do.
Well, let me just say I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me.
Amen.
So my truth is that I'm going to lose 20 pounds this year.
Come on with it, please.
I'm no longer going to let carbs and a cookie defeat me.
She's dictating her life.
Yes, I'm dictating my life. Right.
And I just want to encourage you to no longer sit at home during the gubernatorial election, because this is more of a local election. When you sit at home, we're sending a governor and legislators who are not holding our current president to accountable. We're sending them to Washington, and we're allowing them to make decisions for us, and people to make decisions for us that don't care about us.
That's right.
So I encourage you to go out and vote. Take your friends. I encourage all minorities, all women, everybody. Exercise your power.
That's right.
Yes.
Go
That's right.
vote. Our people died for us to have the right to vote. They shed blood for us to have the right to vote. Now that we have that power, use it.
Use it. So go and vote Judge Maria Jackson Ford. Tell them the office once again.
The Texas Court of Criminal Appeals.
Texas Court
Position
of Criminal
1, honey.
Position
Position
one. She
The
would be the
presiding
boss
judge
lady.
position.
And you want somebody like that out there on your team. Again, thank you so much for listening to the Dr. Conte Show. Please go buy the book, 12 Months to a Better You. Start the challenge with us. You can also download it on Kindle or any Amazon and any type of electronic device. Register for the webinar that we'll be doing at www.drcontespeaks.com. And thanks again for joining us. And we'll be back this time next Thursday. You know what I always say, good, better, best. Never let it rest until your good is better and your better is best.
Yes.
You guys be good. We out.
All right, yeah, that's it. I have one question for you. When did
All right,
that
guys,
change?
thank you
When
so
did the
much for
rule
watching.
change
Please
from
share.
18 to
This was a great
Someone
show.
asked me that question.
Somebody asked another question.
did the rule change?
We've got to get out of here
Age
for
from 18 to
Chop Shop,
17.
but somebody asked another question. She's going to answer real quick. Oh, time's
During
up.
the last 10
Chop
years?
Shop is coming
Yeah.
in. We got to
Okay.
get out of
So
here.
recently.
All right, y'all.
Okay.
Thank you so much for watching. Listen,
All right, we'll see y'all later.
we're live, and the next show got to go up.
Have a good rest of y'all.
All right. What's it called?